morning, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 20th of July, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Chris Woakes stars for England, and in our feature for this evening, Nevis Knockout Edition 2 starts this coming Saturday. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
Well, I'm back, and we start with cricket. The crucial fourth test match in the 2023 Ashes series between England and Australia commenced on Wednesday, 19 July. The England team would think that they had done well enough to restrict Australia to 299 for 8 on a fairly easy-paced pitch. Despite the fact that Chris Broad celebrated his 600th test wicket, it was Chris Woakes who starred with the ball, picking up 4 for 52. Most of the Aussie batsmen got starts, with Mitchell Marsh and Labachang top scoring with 51 apiece. England would have been hoping to get the 2 wickets early this morning and make a solid response, enough to take the Australians out of the game. Summarized scores on day 1, Australia 299 for 8, Labachang 51, Marsh 51, Woakes 4 for 52, Broad 2 for 66. England was yet to bat. So we'll keep you posted. It seems as if it's going to be another exciting test match. We'll take this break, and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Good morning and welcome to this morning's press conference hosted by SKA Moves Nevis chapter. Before we open the conference, please join me in welcoming our sponsors for this, our 5th event and our 2nd edition of its Nevis Knockout event for 2023, sponsored in part by Platinum Sponsors, the Bank of Nevis Limited. We are delighted to have with us Mr. Everett Martin, CEO of the Bank of Nevis, the Nevis branch. Supported by NIA, please welcome Mrs. Nicole Liebert, Public Health Administrator in the Ministry of Health et al. Morning, Nicole. The SKN Moves Nevis committee members, Mr. David Walwyn, Logistics, and Ambassador, Mr. Dijon Liebert, Health and Safety and Logistics, Mr. Chris Clark, Health and Safety, Mr. Jimmy Claxton, Volunteers, and myself, Sheila James, Coordinator. So we are gathered today to announce the 5th calendar activity of 2023 under the SKM Moves Nevis chapter banner, and to launch the SKM Moves Nevis chapter Facebook page. It's a Nevis knockout last year. We had a very successful event despite the unpredictable weather. However, we battled on and completed the task, from which 3 young men were placed in last year's competition results, which revealed a clean sweep from the private sector, taking 1st, 2nd and 3rd place. Mr. Glenville Foy, our reigning champion, unfortunately, owing to injuries, won't be able to compete to defend his title, which throws the gate open wide for a new champion. 2nd place and 3rd place winners are also experiencing injuries, which means they too will be unavailable. We are seeking 16 competitors who will vie for the fastest time speed performance on a 10-item obstacle course. The competition will take place over 3 to 4 consecutive Saturdays, the 22nd, which is this Saturday, the 29th of July, the 5th and the 12th of August, which will be the finals. Start time will be 4 p.m. at the Fit Wellness grounds. I'll now ask David Walwyn of Fit Wellness to go through the course and expectations. Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you. And I first want to take this opportunity to thank the Bank of Nevis for sponsoring this event. It shows that they are certainly a company that believes in the betterment of health. Nevis, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank Sheila for organizing these events. I don't think she gets enough credit. She almost single-handedly organized these events, so I want to publicly thank her for her efforts. The course, we have bathroom facilities at the park, and the course is designed to challenge many aspects of the South. There's a a fear element going through the tunnels. There's upper body, lower body strength. There's coordination, and there's a team building component. So the idea is to make it fun and exciting, and also challenge different aspects of the self.
So we're talking about the eliminations process. I'll now hand you over to Dijon Lightwood, who will brief our viewers and potential competitors. Thank you, Dijon.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And I'd like to join in with Sheila and David in thanking our sponsors, especially the Bank of Nevis and the NIA, who continues to support all these activities. Okay, so quickly into the rundown of how this elimination process will work. So initially, we'll be starting with 16 competitors, and then 8 of those persons will be knocked out in the first round, and 8 will be moving forward. Then another 4 competitors will be knocked out in the second week, and those 4 competitors that are remaining will go on into the final to compete for first, second, and third. If there is, however, a situation of bad weather, then we would have them move over into the 4th week. So that is the reason why we have 4 dates selected already. So that's basically it for how the process would work.
Thank you, Dijon. The Bank of Nevis Limited have sponsored a generous package which included trophies for first, second and third place, T-shirts embellishing their business logo, medals, rosettes and also giveaways. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, I will now ask Mr. Martin, CEO of Bank of Nevis Limited, Nevis branch, to give brief remarks.
And good morning to everybody.
Morning.
Let me first of all congratulate the SKN Move, the Nevis chapter, on the hosting of this event, and to say that we are very pleased at the Bank of Nevis that we can certainly partner to sponsor this particular event. And just to say that, you know, Sheila has been very forceful in ensuring that we came on board. She calls me very often, and we're very pleased because we certainly support what she's doing, what the SKN Moves is doing, the Nevis chapter. At the Bank of Nevis Limited, we certainly take corporate social responsibility very serious. And one of the areas that we are committed to sponsoring is health and wellness. And so this certainly fits in very well with our sponsorship as far as health and wellness is concerned. So we're very pleased to be able to partner with this event and to congratulate the Nevis chapter of SKN Moves. At the Bank of Nevis Limited, we are committed to improving the quality of life for our people. And we believe that health and wellness is part of improving persons' quality of life. At the Bank of Nevis Limited as well, we believe in finding solutions. And we would certainly suggest to our people that if you're looking for solutions for your banking needs, that the Bank of Nevis Limited is the bank that you should visit. So I want to just end my brief remarks, I was told to bring brief remarks, by once again congratulating the SKN Move, the Nevis chapter, and to wish you a successful event.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Mr. Everett, CEO from the Bank of Nevis, for their wonderful, generous sponsorship. We really appreciate it. And without sponsorships from establishments such as the Bank of Nevis, we'd find it extremely difficult to move our program forward. So anybody who's out there listening, please, it's a serious thing, health, and it's everybody's business, and we keep saying that. It's like a mantra now. David will say the same. You know, we have to invest in our people. So if you're out there listening and you want to sponsor any of our events, we have a few coming up in a short time, so just get in touch with us. Okay, so we'll swiftly move on. So before we introduce Ms. Nicole Liebert to give her final remarks, we want to launch our Facebook page. Now, we've been working on this for the last 2 years and we finally crunched it. Between the three of us, we've been working extremely hard, and I've got to give thanks to both Dijon and Chris, who's worked extensively hard in getting this together. It hasn't been an easy task, but we finally have done it. So I'm going to hand over to Dijon, who's going to talk us through the page and its content. Thank you.
Good morning again, everyone. Well, basically, the Facebook page, as Sheila said, it's been a work in progress for a while now. We were hoping to have, something to display, but, a bit of technical difficulties. But what I can say that we'll be doing is we'll be sharing the information via the usual channels that we use to share the SKN Moves information. So via the Nevis HPU page, we're going to share it from there. And then, everyone will be pushing it from their own personal pages to get persons familiar with the page. Also, we'll be having QR codes available at the activity so persons can scan and follow the pages. And, we'll find other means of sharing the information. But it's basically just sharing what activities the SKN Moves Nevis chapter has had and will be having in the future. Easier way for persons to get in contact with, Sheila and the team and be able to see what we are planning, what we are doing, and just being able to keep up to date with the SKN Moves Nevis chapter.
Thank you so much, Dijon. Well executed. Okay, so at this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Liebert to give the final remarks before our acknowledgements.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Nevis Island Administration and the Ministry of Health, it gives me great pleasure to be here this morning, not only because I'm the Public Health Administrator and understand fully the objectives and aims of SKN Move Nevis chapters with regards to improving the overall health of the general public. I wanted to commend, first of all, Mr. Everett Martin from the Bank of Nevis. He indicated a very serious word that I think we should take away from this press conference, where we spoke about social corporate responsibility. On the island, as we recognize the increase in a number of non-communicable diseases, initiatives such as this by the SKN Moves Nevis chapter provides individuals, businesses, schools, any entity the opportunity to take the message of overall health and wellness further. Ms. James and your team, on behalf of NIA and the Ministry of Health, we pledge to continue supporting in any way that we can. We congratulate you on the activities you've done so far and your role as coordinator, and we look forward to lending any support as we move forward. I want to congratulate you on this Nevis knockout. Encourage persons to join and be part of the initiative, and I look forward to hearing more.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
again, congratulations.
Okay, so at this time, thank you very much, Nicole. That was very heartwarming. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And we all do, actually, because it's a lot of hard work and it's great to be acknowledged for the work that we do and we continue to do. So thank you to NIA for their continued support, to Nevis Springwater, our main water provider for all our events since inception in 2019, to the hard-working committee members, David and Jameer from inception, to Dijon, our recent recruit, Chris Clark. I thank you all. Lastly, to Curtis Morton from inception, has worked tirelessly to get SKN Moves Nevis chapter to every living room in Nevis, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Also to NTV, thank you for being here. And we have a new edition. The Observer newspaper are back on board. I'm so pleased that they're here, so thank you for being here. So this is the time where we ask the media if they have any questions for us.
And the official name of the Facebook page, I'm not sure it was mentioned, maybe hinted, but
It's the SKN Nevis chapter. It's just the SKN Nevis Moves
SKM moves.
Moves Nevis chapter page. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's no different to what we represent right now. Anything
How
else?
many persons have registered thus far?
So we have 13, so we're short of 4, but it doesn't really make any difference to the actual competition because we're going to have 8 eliminated immediately anyway, and then we move on to 4, and then we move on to the finals. So it would be ideal to have more, but at this stage, it's kind of cutting it close because the event's on Saturday.
So you're short of 4.
We're short of 4. 3, sorry, 3, because my maths is terrible.
Can I make a suggestion?
You want to take part?
Nicole, you.
That would... yeah.
We got to throw Mr. Martin in the mix as well.
But it's a very intense competition, and I get why people are nervous about taking part, but last year's was absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't have footage to get it out there so people could actually experience it for themselves, but we're hoping this year we'll get media on board to get the information out, and that would hopefully encourage persons to take part next year.
Last
So-
year you had an issue in terms of the lack of females. How many of those?
We
13
still
have
do not have any females. They're petrified, and I don't know why. If I wasn't organising, I would probably do it, but then maybe not because it's really tough.
How do persons register?
They actually come to the office, to the HPU office to register. Or they can register on telephone, 469-5521 extension 6393 or 469-8010.
And just remind them of the cost for it.
So it's $20 EC per entrant. Now, one of the most important things I must let people know, we do not make any money from any of these events. Any money that's taken from registration is ploughed right back into the event. So it's through gifts, or it's through breakfasts or lunches or brunches. It depends on the time of day when we have these events. This event will take place at 4 o'clock in the afternoon over the next 3 weeks. So the funding that you give us, it goes back to you. We try and get concessions for food and fruits and stuff like that.
Is there an age range?
We look at 18 plus, and the reason why we do that, it's for legal reasons, because if anything happens to anyone under 16, I'm going to prison. So it's deliberately set at 18. You're an adult. You make those decisions for yourself, and so you know what you're getting into. We do have a program for youngsters, which is the Aquafunathlon. That takes place at Easter, and that's 3 events in one. So they do the swimming, the running, and the kayaking, and that's for youngsters from 7 up to 13. So unfortunately, there's that little bridge there. But then we have other activities where anyone can take part: the running and the walking. Yeah.
Sheila, a question. You indicated that you don't have that many female competitors. Is it a case of maybe your team can jump in? Is it a case of relative stigma that I'm competing against a guy who might be more physically fit, trained longer? Is there a consideration maybe to separate women and then go into a final?
We could do, yeah, no, it's a good idea. I mean, we did with the bike relay, we've done that. So this year, with the bike relay, we have females that take part, and they don't win. And it's obviously why they don't win, because of the strength and stamina. So what we did this year, we gave the females a full minute head start. And they actually fared quite well in the finals. I think one team came in 4th place. So it's better than the first year when they didn't come through at all. Okay. So with the obstacle course, it's something that we could look at, but it's still in its early stages.
Because I mean, speaking as one of the other females on the board, sometimes you may think that your physical fitness, like the pulling ups, the various things maybe, but maybe Faith Wellness can say, while I know it is not a barrier to participate and being part of the competition, maybe those are considerations.
Would you suggest an all-female event?
Yes.
I would, yeah. Thank you.
All-female?
Yeah.
It's something we could do and modify the obstacle course.
Like maybe
Yeah.
leading up to one of the events like this, because
Yeah.
then it would
Okay.
gauge the
All
level
right.
of fitness for the female competitors.
Yeah.
It would also give you an idea of what you may need to do, what might need to be tailored for some of the
Yeah.
women and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I think it would have more buy-in from the females. I just think that it just needs, there's something.
Yeah, no,
about
I
how
agree with you
commend the thought
totally.
for it, and
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
see where it
I think we
can go.
could do that.
Well,
Dijon?
we've had discussions about that and how to, encourage women to participate. Well, one issue with that is funding. So whereas we'd have to provide, the one set of gifts and trophies and stuff, when we do an activity where we'll have a male section and a female section, so that would be doubled. So that has been one of the challenges that we've had, is the funding.
Funding.
to, have all of that in place.
I understand. Another thought would be, because I have a lot of friends who are interested, and as you said the word daunted, and some of them are. Is it a way you can, I think part of the idea is, I personally like the Fit Wellness rounds and the thought that you can do various things. So I'm wondering if it's a case that we can pull out some of the activities and highlight them now that you have the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Highlight some of the different activities that people know, the various things on the obstacle course to prepare maybe for next year.
Yeah.
Or something,
Yeah, we actually did a video, didn't we, last year?
Like every time you do something
Yeah,
different on
yeah.
every element.
Which is why it's so important that we have media on board, because it's difficult to get information out if they're not with us. And so I think that's been a bit of a downfall for us, because it's not been continuum.
Well, I think the launch of the media page, the social
Will
media
definitely.
page, is really important, because then it's so driven. I mean, I've already gone on and I've added you. I'm following you now.
Awesome, thank you, thank
Been
you,
on.
thank you,
So
thank
I
you.
think that with your social media page, even just a handheld camera video showing what it's all
Yeah.
about, to build the interest and let people know, because when you hear obstacle course coming from someone who's been injured for the past year,
Yeah.
you're thinking, oh no, that's okay, nice though, but
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I commend you. Sorry,
Thank
Chris,
I
you're
was
saying?
saying, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But seeing that Sheila and Dijon haven't done it as yet, I'm encouraging everyone in the room and everyone watching to go onto our Facebook page to like and follow us for all the updates and all our activities we have coming up.
Thank you very much. Yes?
I've listened with interest, because I'm just a little disappointed in this world of women with all of these, we could do it better than men.
But we can, but we can, they're just a bit shy of obstacles. They're just shy of obstacles.
In terms of the possibilities of injuries, though, talk us through the safety measures which will
Okay.
be put in place.
So, this is our loyal people here, right here. The Red Cross have been with us from inception, and they provide an excellent service. I'll give you a classic example. Last year when we did the obstacle course, we had one, it could have been really severe, and it was because the person didn't eat in the morning. We encourage people to fuel up before they take part in any event, because you burn calories and you dehydrate as quick. So all your electrolytes are just going to disappear quickly. And if it wasn't for Red Cross, I don't know where this boy would be today, because he was in a state, wasn't he? He was in a really bad way. So we're just grateful that they're on board with us. And as I said, they've been with us from 2019 up to present, and hopefully for the rest of the future.
Yeah.
So we're covered there.
But Curtis, in addition to that, most of the obstacle courses, though they're challenging, they're low risk. In addition to that, the ones that are higher risk, I've taken precaution. I've just put in some landing beds, particularly for the tire wall.
Yeah.
That is the highest risk obstacle on course. So we have landing beds, 4 feet landing beds that address that risk. Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Mr. Claxton, you have a team from the ministry.
Actually, Mr. Claxton's role is our volunteer. He organises all our volunteers to be on the ground, and they assist with direction and And they provide excellent service when we can get them, because sometimes there are clashes with other activities. But when they're there, awesome, 100% all the time. So thank you, Mr. Paxton. Okay, so I guess we round up now. So it's just left for me to say thank you for being here, everybody. We want this to be an exciting tournament, and we want the public to come out and support. If you've got nothing going on Saturday, although there's quite a lot of things going on generally, just take some time off and come across to the grounds and see our lively, wildest competitors compete against each other for the fastest time on an obstacle course. So at this time, I want to say it's on Saturday the 22nd at 4 p.m. at the Fit Wellness Grounds. We hope to see you all there, and thank you for being here.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.